When did you first pick up the bass? Like, when was that moment when you're like, yes, I want to play a musical instrument and it is the bass guitar?
I was 17 at the time, but I initially started as a drummer.
You started as a what?
As a drummer, man. But now I can only play drums in my mind, please.
Uwanni Gideon is a bass player, artist, and music director.
His sound and style transcend the ordinary, connecting deeply with the soul.
He doesn't just play the bass, he breathes life into it.
I believe anything you're creating, you have to feel good about it for it to be good. God creating us, he looked at everything and saw that it was good. So, yeah, you have to fall in love with what you're doing. When you play drums, you just they sweat, they throw away, but like, bro, no.
I think this as a shit.
We can have the same instruments, we can all be bass players, we can all be musicians, but no matter how hard you try, even if you try to imitate someone, you can never be that person.
What is the biggest personal lesson that you've learned on this journey?
You only truly enjoy the best part of this journey when you start to be yourself. That's the biggest lesson I've learned. Have you ever seen a bass player hold a big towel on his shoulder when he's going to perform?
Bro, can we not talk about this, please? This is the
That's a very great question.
Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of Shared with Dahveed. And you already know it's the space where we have real and insightful conversations with some of the unique musicians out there. And today's guest is someone I've admired for a long time. He's a bassist whose sound is very hard to box in. He's very different, and he's a creative that refuses to stay in one lane. He's a music director, a music producer, an influencer. He's also a mastermind behind the clothing brand. Ladies and gentlemen, gentle boys and gentle girls, I cannot believe it, but we have Uwanni Gideon on the show.
Yo, my brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Brother. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm blessed and highly favored, and I'm very happy that you're here. Yes, sir. Let's go straight into it. My first question is this, right? Your brand is, unique with the fact that it is called your actual full name, Uwanni Gideon. And I really want to know what's the reason behind that. Why not UJ strings? Why not Giddy bass? Why not? why Uwanni Gideon?
The nicknames you just mentioned just made me remember something really, really funny.
Yeah.
I think back then, at the time I just started playing bass, and my friends back then in secondary school would be like, "Oh, guy, why are you calling yourself Uwanni Gideon? Why can't you just name yourself G Strings?" And I'm like, bro,
that's exactly what I'm saying. UJ strings is actually. What about Giddy bass? Giddy bass makes a lot of sense, bro.
Nah, man. So I'm all about originality, and that's one thing I really stand for. So I am Uwanni Gideon. That's the name I was called right from birth. So I see no reason why I should change my identity. I see no reason why I should change who I am. So that's the major reason why I still flow with that name Uwanni Gideon. It's actually Uwanni Ojoanache Gideon, but yeah, Uwanni Gideon is just the actual name you put on every book. When you're asked to write your name or when they ask you your name, most people don't put their media name.
Sir.
So yeah.
Yes, sir. I think what that really tells me about you is the fact that you're confident in yourself and your name, because it's not so much of a popular name, and you just stuck with it, and currently building that brand to a level where it is right now. And with the brand, there's also you've got like a rare personality, which is there's a playful side of you, which you do a lot of goofy stuff, and then there's very professional side of you. So I really want to know, like, is this goofiness a part of the brand? Is this something that you just put up so people can vibe with the brand, or is it just a part of you?
No. Thank you so much for that question. I think nobody has ever asked me this really. But yeah, as it goes, it's just who I am, my brother. It's just who I am. Growing up too, I had this issue back in time when I was way younger. People be like, guy, you play too much. Oh, bro, you talk too much. Oh, guy, I'm always happy. Can you just keep quiet? I even had issues in my family at some point where I'm the last child. So
Oh,
when my parents just spank me, it doesn't go over 5 minutes, and then I'm playing again. And they're like, we just scolded you. You should go and think about what you've just done. And yeah, this boy, you are very stubborn. Why can't you go and think about what we've done to you?
what do you think about your life?
And he's already playing again. I am a very playful person, but I have also learned to manage this thing and also know when to be professional and then to be reserved. So my belief is I really don't think anybody is an introvert or an extrovert. We just choose to be whichever we choose to be at any point in time. I don't know if you agree on that too, but yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, I just know when to be quiet, when to be professional, when to not talk, and when to play. But I'm naturally a very, very playful person. I'm a happy person, my brother. Very happy.
Yeah, I mean, just to touch on what you said, like people are neither introvert or extrovert. I mean, I feel like to a very large extent, some people, some either of this, characteristic is probably a lot more evident in some people's lives. But I think it also depends on, who you are with. Because
Yeah.
as much as I think I'm introverted, when I'm with some certain people, I just tend to like express myself a lot more, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
probably either the circle or the gathering where you find yourself. But
Yeah.
I think we've all just got this trait in ourselves, and it depends on the environment.
Exactly, my
Yeah.
bro. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, most times it comes out more with me when I start to enjoy the music. Like once I'm enjoying that music, bro, I'm lost. You see all my mouth out there, my tongue and everything. I lose total control. And I'm not even ashamed of it in any way. It is who I am.
Oh my god. Nah. And when did you first pick up the bass? Like when was that moment when you were like, yes, I want to play a musical instrument and it is the bass guitar?
Yeah, I was 17 at the time. I was 17 in 2018. I can't forget. Yeah, my brother used to be a part of a music team, a band, and being his youngest brother, I used to go around with them. But I initially started as a drummer, but then I fell in love
You
with it
started as a what?
as a drummer, man. But now I can only play drums in my mind, please.
Somebody shout glory.
No glory
Somebody
anywhere.
shout.
I can only play drums in my mind now.
No, this shared with Dahveed, you are playing drums and no bass. I don't want to see this.
Funny how I can't even do anything on the drums anymore. I don't know how that talent came. Is it a talent? I won't even call it a talent. But then I used to be the local champion back then in Teens Camp and all those things. But bro, it has left me.
No, it's fine. It's fine. No, this is all the information I need. Guys, for the shed, you're not seeing Uwanni on the bass. It's the drums. It's a drum shed. That's what it's going to be.
So yeah,
Oh
I
my
was
God.
17
Wow,
at the
really?
time. Yeah, I started bass.
And when was it? When was that switch from, oh yeah, I love this instrument, to I want to do it professionally? Or was it just from the start? You're like, yes.
Yeah, you know that moment when you play when you're on drums and you're looking at the bass guitar, you're like, Shannon could just I bet I should just play bass for praise and worship instead of, I started developing more interest in the instrument than what I was already
But
doing.
the strings did not scare you. Like the number of strings did not scare you.
No, it was interesting because I fell in love with the looks of the instrument, not even the sound at first. It was the looks of it. It was so cool. Made the music. Anybody played that instrument just looked so fresh. I'm like, and I love fashion. I love looking
Wow,
good. So
Jesus.
the instrument just when you play drums, you just they sweat, they throw away, but like bro, no.
I take this as a shade. I take this as a shade.
I
You're
mean, you
shading,
can put it out there.
you're
Let's
shading
see. Let's see
drummers.
who is right and who's wrong. I'm not shading you, but I mean, I'm sure most of the people
I-
who are going to watch this will agree with me.
I don't agree with you.
Yeah.
I personally do not agree with you.
We'll find
But it's
out.
fine. It's fine.
Don't feel attacked. I understand it can. I mean, the truth hurts sometimes, but bro, but you agree? Don't you sweat a lot?
It's fine, bro. So you picked up the bass because it's
Have you
it's
ever seen a
fine.
bass
It
player
looks
hold a
fancy.
big towel on his shoulder when he's going to perform?
Bro, bro, can we not talk about this, please? This is the
Bass players 1, drummers
Oh
0.
my
I did
god.
this for you guys, man.
No problem. So essentially, you picked up the bass because it's fine. That's why you
First
picked
off,
up the bass.
yeah, then the
That's
feeling
fine.
it gives, yeah.
Please on to the next one. On to the next question. So growing up in a typical African home, right? Like where children wants to be doctors, engineers, and all this stuff. So how did you stay true to your path, like to your creative path? How did you manage to do that?
Give it up for my parents, please. Let's give it up for my
Bro,
parents.
yes, no.
Yeah, I'm one of the lucky ones who I'm privileged to have this. My parents, I'm privileged to have them because they let me do what I wanted to do. It wasn't all that tough. Emphasis on all that stuff. So left to me, if I don't start this music, if I don't even go primary school. But yeah, they're like, just do what you need to do, and you can go on and chase whatever you want to chase. So my dad was actually a musician full time too, I think.
Oh.
And most part of his life. He's still alive, so yeah. But he did music basically till I think after he had his second child. So yeah, so the passion it was just transferred down to us.
Yeah, from
So
generation
being
to
the last
generation.
child, first brother, oldest brother, musician, second musician, third musician. I mean, it's only normal for me to be one. So yeah,
Yeah.
my dad is actually a pastor in RCCG, but normally pastors' children wouldn't be allowed to leave and chase. And well, my dad was like, I think I was 15 or so, 16, and it was like, yeah, you can go out and explore. And you can leave the church and go and do what you need to do, you know.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm super grateful to them because yeah, sometimes I believe some people might expect to hear, my daddy tied me, I don't fly, so I fly. But
you
yeah.
do look like someone that had to go through all of that, but I
Yeah,
mean,
the one I went through, the one I experienced was having to choose between several things I was doing. So I used to be a drummer then. I used to be a bass player. Because then I could do two, and then I used to be a dancer professionally actually, and then
wow.
yeah, I used to be a stunt biker. Um, I used to be just this sports fun guy. So
Damn.
yeah, so I was doing so many things. So I was in SS2 to write jam, and then my dad sat me down and was like, "Okay, you're no longer a child. You need to choose. I mean, you have love for all these things, but you need to focus on
Yeah.
what you have ahead of you. So you need to cut down." Yeah, and I was an artist too. I could draw really well. So
Wow.
so you're like, oh, you need to cut down on all these things. Just pick two or pick one.
And focus on that.
Yeah, so I choose music, bass playing, and dance. Yeah,
Yeah.
I stopped dancing. I stopped dancing. I stopped every
You
other
still
every
you
other
still
thing.
do when you play the bass though.
Yeah,
So
but then I used to do it like I am
like
a dancer,
professional, yes, I
part
get
of a
yeah.
dance crew, and then go for competitions and all those things. But yeah.
Oh my god. Like my next question was going to be like what inspired you to expand beyond just being a bassist, but hearing all of this, I think it was only right for you to actually expand. But then I will still ask you though, like, what inspired you to go beyond just being a bassist? Because you're also a music director and you also own a clothing brand. So, like, what inspired that expansion?
Yeah, there's something my dad used to tell me. Anything you do that you think is worth doing well. Do it to the fullest. Let it be that when you're old and you look back in time, you don't have any regret for whatever choice you make, and I just live with that, you know. I believe being a musician is wide.
Mm.
Whatever makes you choose to stick to doing just one thing as a musician, then own it fully. If we are going with what my dad has just taught me, So
Yeah.
if you choose to be just a drummer, then own it to the fullest, you know. But
Yes,
then
sir.
I personally I just saw it from this perspective. I choose to be a musician. When someone calls me a musician, when you call someone a doctor, when you call someone a lawyer, do they just do entertainment law? Or did you just do, I
Mm.
mean, nobody's holding you back. You can do anything you want
Yeah.
to do as a musician.
You
You
can do
don't
it.
have
Yes,
nobody,
sir.
like
Yeah.
nobody has to tie you to something. So I just channeled everything I loved doing, you know, as a teenager
Yeah.
then. I just channeled everything into music. So I loved art. I see fashion as art. I see fashion as, I mean, it goes beyond just covering one's skin,
Yeah.
Nah, it's actually art for me. So, and that's also, I can incorporate this with music. I can dance while playing, I can also create my music the way I want to create it, the way I want to sound. So all these
Mm.
things all together, I just found myself diversifying, going
Yeah.
into, yeah. So
Yeah, I think one thing that really picked from what you said is that I would love to like repeat on is the fact that you can do anything, you can be anything you want to be. Don't limit yourself. And yeah, guys, don't limit yourself. You literally have the power of God on the inside of you. You have the
yeah,
Holy Spirit on the inside of you. You can
yeah,
become anything. You can be anything. So
exactly.
yeah, from Uwanni Gideon to you, don't not limit yourself, please.
Do nothing. Don't
And yes,
try.
sir, you've developed your sound is hard. And I say this with all sincerity. Your sound is hard to pin to anyone else. You have a very, very unique sound. And
Thank you so
I
much.
really would love to know like who influenced your sound as a musician or who influenced you most as a musician.
David, how many times have I mentioned my dad here?
Yeah. So, brother, that's bro. The last guest as well. I'd asked him a few questions, and it was he did mention his dad like a couple
You,
times, and I'm there like yes, we actually really need to give these guys their accolades because
I'm
they
telling
never really
you,
get it
I
as
am telling
much.
you. Once you see my dad, you just be like, oh, now I know where this guy is coming from. I know. So
Wow.
yeah. So my dad used to sing, and there's a way he sings that I have never heard anybody sing like in this world.
Hmm.
Now, I agree with you. It's old, old style, but growing up and watching your hero sing, and then you don't know anybody that sings like him. And I ask him, why do you do this? He's like, this is how I feel like singing. This is how it comes out of me. So
Hmm.
I personally just believe, um, being a musician, I see myself as a creator. Um, and you can, I mean, creating something, you basically have the liberty to do anything you feel like doing.
Yes, sir.
They just give you a big whiteboard, and you're like, right. Nobody told you to write something, just write. So that's how I see it. So from my perspective, when I create music or when I play the instrument, I see it like I'm making an art, like I'm drawing something. So I see it like I'm telling
Hmm.
a story. I see it like I'm trying to communicate to you. I'm trying to
Yeah.
share my thoughts, my feelings, my emotions to you. So um yeah, when I listen to a song, I try to sing along the way I would sing. So I sing my heart out. Does that make any sense?
Yes.
So
Yes.
it's just like when
Yes,
someone
bro.
makes you feel a certain way, or when someone hurts you as a child, you just start crying. Now, only you can understand what triggers the tears.
That pain.
Some people will be like, oh, it's because he was whipped with a cane or something, but only you can feel the impact of that cane. So your expression, what you give out is the tears, but now only you can feel it. So the tears in this scenario is is the music I produce, or is the sound I bring out. So it is my way. Yeah. So I see myself like a blending machine. When you put tomatoes, it just, do you get it? So so that's how it works with me.
That's
So
a very that's a very specific example. Blending machine first. All right, that's fine.
so in my head, when I'm listening to a song, I close my eyes and start ad-libbing like I can sing. I can't sing, but in my heart I know how I want it to sound. So the instrument, my instrument is just my voice now. I can't sing, but now I know how to play this instrument. So I sing with it. So I communicate what I feel through the instruments.
What you feel.
Yeah, basically. So I'm sure you probably just you usually just understand what I'm trying to say now. What bets my sound? Is basically my
Yes, I
feelings.
do.
Yeah, and then I grew up listening to the songs my parents listened to, my brothers, my older ones, Dom Wen, Westlife, Backstreet Boys, and Ron Kennedy, Samuel Poso,
Some legends riders.
Yeah, so
my
I
days.
wasn't exposed to the so-called modern kind of music, like the likes of, them Don Jazzy, the band, those times. I didn't even know them. The people I knew were the Celine Dion, the Whitney Houston. So I kind of connected to the music of that time. So yeah, I feel that's just it.
But you've literally answered the next question I was going to ask you, which is how do you approach a song? And that's like, it's actually very beautiful to hear you say this, because I think that also comes back to what you said about originality, because you, as I said, because I've always find it very intriguing, like what goes on in your mind, like how do you come up with these things? But it makes a lot of sense now, because you're just really letting the instrument tell the story as it comes to your head, like you're singing along with it, and you're letting yourself feel the emotions. And bro, that explains a lot, bro.
There can be a downside, inside just, when you're not happy, it shows.
Oh
So
my god.
imagine you being heartbroken now.
Yes.
Maybe your babe just caught your eye and then they ask you to play Makosa. And you're like, no, I'm not in the mood.
Oh my god.
But it has not happened to me,
Man,
allegedly.
you
All
had to
these
use
things I'm
that
saying is just
example, but
allegedly. It's not, I'm not talking about myself.
Oh, you're not talking about yourself. That's good. I mean, because thank you for saying that, because I was going to just chip that in and ask you a question right there. Oh my god. So in terms of like actual practicing, like do you have a practice routine?
That's the thing, yeah. I just play the bass. I play the bass. I don't. I mean, yeah, I believe everybody should know the grassroots of their instrument. I mean, talking about the theory, the background, learning about the instrument itself, the hardware, knowing the normal basic skills and all those things. But once you have those ones figured out, I feel you should just play, learn songs. I believe having routines, yeah, comes to play when you have other things you're doing. But now people like, I mean, when you have to go to work, when you have to, you know what I'm trying to say, then you have to dedicate the time to it. But I do music full time, at least right now. So I literally just have my bass in this room, in that room, in the studio, and then I just pick it up and play. And sometimes I just find out, oh, 2 hours, 3 hours gone, 1 hour gone. But I don't have it in mind to the only time I time it, or as per routine, is when I'm trying to learn something. So yeah, I can have a routine when I'm trying to work on um a technique, yeah, or maybe if I've not played the instrument for a while, maybe I've not played for like a week or two, then I can schedule warm-ups, then onto this and onto that. But like I said, I really don't time things. I just flow. My ultimate goal with my instrument is just to connect, and anything that makes it look mechanical messes it up for me.
Mm. So in terms of but in terms of like your warm up, say for example you've not played the instrument for a while, so like what are the sets of warm ups that you do that you can share with us?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just practice the major scale over and over, different tempo. So from like 100 BPM, or sometimes from like 50 BPM to 60 to 70 to 80 to 90 to 100 to one till I can't no more. And
Yeah.
then play my favorite songs over and over and over till my fingers just get loosened.
Do you want to give us some of those favorite songs so people out there can learn?
Most of them are just live recordings that, and splice. I say splice. The new Logic, you can just take out beats file from a song, or what's the
Yeah.
name, Moses. So I just go online, and maybe when I come across live arrangements,
Oh,
or
a song that you just like. Oh yeah.
yeah, most times just live services from like Chain Church, or I just come across many covers that drummers even use. I just chop the bass,
Mm.
score the song, and then if I like it that much, there's this Son of God, the Son of God by Josh, or a cover by Josh, or Son of God is lifted high. I've played that song like a billion times. Like, I played so much. At some point, my friend was like, "Guy, can you just do without playing this song?" I'm like, no. So yeah, that's basically what I do.
So that's how it is. Just a repetition. The power there's a big power in repetition anyway. So, but then one thing that I've sort of like picked up from what you said now is that you repetitively do these things, like you do over and over again till it just becomes a part of you, which is something that we can definitely hold on to, really, as musicians. Yeah.
When you do something over and over, it becomes a part of you. It doesn't have to be a routine. I mean,
Yeah.
if you just
Mm,
love something, it becomes a habit, yeah, good or bad. So
yeah.
when something is an habit, you don't need to warm up. Do you need to warm up?
No, you just do it.
You just keep doing it, and you keep getting better at it over time. So that's how I see things. That's how I see things. But I'm not saying this to talk less of every other style. As I believe there are other ways to achieving a certain goal. It doesn't have to be one way.
Yeah.
But yeah, but this is just how I interpret it. This is how I see it. So yeah, it's something I love doing. So I just do it as much as I can. So
Yes, sir. And when it comes to locking in with a drummer, like what do you specifically look out for when you want to lock in with a drummer? And like what do you specifically look out, and what makes that rhythm section lock in that sense?
for short term, maybe if I am paired with a drummer I'm just meeting for a short while, I just I first listen to him, understand how he interprets music, focus on his kick drum, focus on his hi-hats, yeah, and then his snare. So kick, hi-hats, and snare. I believe that's like the typical drum set to me.
Yeah, that's the typical, like, that's what really makes up a groove anyway.
So yeah, when the song starts, if I'm just put on the spot, when the song starts, I just listen to those three things, understand the pattern for the first two bars, and then I try to come up with something that locks in with whatever is created. Long term, I have to be your friend. Yeah, like I need to know
Okay, fair.
you. I need to yeah, I need to know you. We have to rapport, and then understand ourselves off music. When, like I said, I deal greatly on emotions. because that's how
Yeah.
I believe anything you are creating, you have to feel good about it for it to be good. You know, God creating us, he looked at everything and saw that it was good. So yeah, you have to fall in love with what you're
Yeah.
doing. So if you are doing it with four people, you people have to be happy. You people need to like each other. You people need to have
Yeah.
one mind, yeah, to get the best out of what you're creating. Because I believe music is spiritual, and when something is spiritual, it goes beyond just what you're just. It goes beyond just the hardware of what you're doing or the physical.
Yes,
So
sir.
yeah, so I have to bond, not necessarily to the greatest level, but I mean, we need to be G's, we need to be guys, to a good
Yeah.
extent. Then that way, I don't even have to look at you anymore. I can feel your next move. I can feel your what you're thinking. We've listened to songs together. I've seen the kind of things you like when you listen to the instrument you play, or when someone else is playing what you're playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I basically just understand everything, and I can just work with you freely.
Now, the fact that you connect to emotions, like that's how you that's a major part of how you interpret music. I think it makes it very unique, right? Because yeah, bro, that's music really is emotions has a great deal to do in music anyway. Creating music, whether it's as an artist, like as a singer or whatever the case may be, but doing that as a bass player and as a musician makes it very unique. I'm trying to find another word for this, but yeah, it makes it Uwanni Gideon. Let me put it that way.
Yeah, it's so strong that down to when I track or when I cut based on projects, I
Mm,
I prefer to have, if not all the band members record their sets, or even the lead vocalists and BVs just have their cut done, so I can try to connect to how they feel when they
mm,
recorded their takes. I need to understand. I need to
yeah,
feel what the lead singer felt, or what he's feeling, or she's feeling. So I can just I see it as a
connect to
long
that.
cable. Yeah. So I don't just want to come from nowhere and just cut beat. I don't know. So
Yeah.
yeah, I just want to connect and make it a very straight line, and make it relatable to everybody's heart and mind. So it goes beyond just the fact that I'm a bass player. I try to let everybody get the message this song is trying to pass. And that way emotion comes to play. So
Yes, sir. And when arranging live music, because as I said, you're not just a bassist, you're also a music arranger, a music producer, and a music director. So when arranging music, what are the elements that you look out for that, sort of like gives that arrangement life to you? Like what are those things that you look out for?
that's a very great question. So what I look out for, many times working with an artist, I ask them what they're looking to achieve um with the
Mm,
performance. Some people just I want my audience to just sit tight and cuddle and cry, or I want them to shout and scream, and like the thrills of all the whole activity going on. And so when they can give me a mental picture of that, I pass it on to creating the sound. So if it boils down to the elements, the patches you use, you can't use violin for a rock music.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Rum, bum, rum, bum, rum, bum,
it
bum.
can still work, shy, if you think about it, but you know what I'm trying to say. Playing some calm, lovely tunes for a rock song, it doesn't work that way. So
No, no,
yeah,
it
I try to
doesn't. Yes,
picture.
no.
Yeah, I try to picture what the artist wants, or what everybody is trying to achieve when the music is performed live, and I try to incorporate it into creating the project itself. So it boils down to the elements, the sound, the tones, and all those things. Yeah, I hope I've been able to answer the question.
Yes, sir. You have. You have been able to answer the question. Thank you very much. And when reinterpreting a song that people already know, say like, um, trying to think of a song right now, but nothing's coming to my head. But a song that is quite popular and people already know, and you have to probably like put bass on it or probably play it live. How do you maintaining your originality, your sound with respect to the original composition? Like how does that balance look like for you? Or what does the balance look like for you?
It's simple. No single person on earth has the same DNA or fingerprint, you know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we can have the same instruments, we can all be bass players, we can all be musicians, but no matter how hard you try, even if you try to imitate someone, you can never be that person, you know. So you can only sound like the person.
Yeah.
So all I'm trying to say is, if I am working on a project that is originally known by people, and then they already know the traditional sound of that music, I just have to interpret it the way I would interpret it. But now, given that I already know the original song too, I'm also like the audience who already know the original thing. So whatever I'm going to do is going to sound like me, but then you will get bits of what everybody knows. So if I don't necessarily need to alternate the progression of a song. I don't necessarily need to change the entirety of a song to make it original to my sound. I can only make it sound. So I'll just give it. It will only just give the perspective of, okay, this is how it will sound if Uwanni hops on it. So yeah, I believe there are songs that have signature lines, signature grooves, and in as much as you can make something different, in as much as you can create something original, I see no reason why you shouldn't stick to what is known and just play your own way, you know. So the same way you hit your left thumb is different from the way another drummer will hit it, even if it's the same sound.
Yeah.
It gives
Yeah.
different feelings, no matter how.
Yeah.
Down to the size of sticks, down to the level. Should I call it the level you hit, or how what's the right word?
Yeah, like how hard
How
you
hard
hit
you hit exactly. So no matter how, even if not saying that first time in touch, it's still first time. Everybody knows, but they know, oh, this is this guy
Yeah.
playing. So I believe
Yeah.
in
It's
every sense
different,
of
yeah.
it, you don't necessarily need to alternate the entirety of a song. Sorry. You can play the same thing and still sound unique and sound beautiful. So
And in terms of like your own sound, do you feel like people understand your sound though? Because as I said, it's two different things. You can either push away what you don't understand or just appreciate it for what it is. But do you think people understand your sound though?
one thing I've learned is the world is big. You can't even know everybody in this world. Um, not everybody will like you. Not everybody will like your sound. Not everybody will like how you think. But not everybody will appreciate your mind or your sound. You know. But the beauty of it all is how broad the world is itself, how beautiful the world is too. You know, we how many genres of music we have, with different ethnic groups, with different languages, we still connect to different sounds. There are definitely sounds you don't like. There are definitely sounds I don't like. I mean, we are both musicians, and normally we should like every single thing. But we can listen to every single thing, but not like every single thing. You know. Yeah, but that doesn't mean the ones we don't like don't make sense. It might be the best to another person somewhere else in the world. So, yeah. To
Yeah.
answer it directly, yeah, I think to answer it directly, yeah, people like my sound because I like my sound, and I'm sure there are people who see things the way I do. There are people who feel things the way I do.
You see
You
them.
know,
You've had some major appearances as a solo artist. I mean Trace Life with Mayokun, Palm Wine Fest with Show Them Camp, Red Bull NG, Cobams at Songs and Stories. How I know the backstory for each of this gig is different, but how did you land those gigs? How did you land those events? I would just love to know like what the backstory is for maybe each of them or yes.
Thank you so much, brother. So, to be honest, my bro, I I I just know it's God. You know that thing where people do always talk, man. Don't be by your power. Don't be saying that you sabi pass. Don't be saying that you
Yeah.
fine pass. Don't be saying that you tight
Mm.
pass. It's just God, bro. This is I believe to be honest, if left to me, man, that's the only response I'll give you because I really can't explain. But sometimes I experience some things and I'm like, okay, is it that I am the best? Is it that I'm the only bass player on earth? No, but sometimes it just happens and you just know for a fact that it is God, you know. So yeah, I'm super and forever will be grateful to God for everything He has done in my life and what He's still doing. And
Yes, sir.
yeah, I worked with when I was with the band hits. Cobams was the judge, one of the judges for the competition, and then yeah, we worked with him as a band as well. So we already had that relationship. Cobams is a legend and like a father to me. Um, so working with him has been one of the greatest experiences I've had yet, and I'm super honored for that privilege and opportunity. So yeah, learning a lot from him as well. Working with him as well as embroidered my mind, helped me see things in so many perspectives that I wouldn't have thought about. Show them camp and big ups to my big brother in Sekak, David. Yeah,
Yes,
and
sir.
Uncle Jafar, the drummer.
Yeah.
Uncle Jafar reached out to me, and the rest was history. These are people I respect a lot. These are people I really appreciate. Also to Mr. Sheifumi Michael, who reached out to me for the Mayor Con Live. I'm super honored and I really, really bless God for these people in my life. Many, many names I can't. I mean, so many names, so many people God has brought along my
Yeah.
way that has helped me in so many ways that have contributed to my success. And I believe you're never anywhere without people. God brings people to your life to help and support and push you further in our careers. And
Mm.
that's why I'm always grateful to God first and then to these people. So yeah, make a note to talk. I believe say I don't pass. I don't pass the message.
Nah, yes, sir. Thank you so much for sharing that, and also thank you for giving these people their flowers as well. Because yeah,
So many names. So many. If I say make I
pe-
begin mention names, people go
yeah,
come on
nah,
here.
now because I'm also saying that because people tend to sort of neglect the fact that they had help getting to where they currently are, or to getting to where they got to. Because you hear people like, I had no help, I got here by myself, I'm self made, all of that stuff. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's actually beautiful to hear you give accolades to these guys and, I appreciate them, which is very impressive. And I feel like something that everyone should actually be able to do because, yeah, appreciation is just very important in life, really. Do you get what I'm saying?
Thank you, bro.
Yes, sir. And you've said quite a lot of things right now because when I asked you this question, your answer was clearly to appreciate God and to thank God for giving you the opportunity to do all of that. So I I believe you're a Christian. I mean, I definitely would love to ask the question. Are you a Christian now?
Now the Gideon in me wants to say no. But yeah, I am.
But yeah.
Ever will be, my brother.
Yes, sir. But then being a Christian, right? Like how and you also play in these like visible circular spaces. How do you manage that? Do you have are there boundaries of values that you uphold? And how do you balance that?
Yeah, I believe music is my profession. I believe music is here, so I choose to serve God with my gifts, but then I'm a professional musician, so it is my job. I feel like I've explained it clearly like that. So
That's all you need to say, to be honest. You don't have to say anything more than that.
yeah, I think I've explained very, very clearly that way.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for saying that, by the way. Really appreciate that. And what in terms of growing as a musician though, like, and career wise, even just beyond career, like as a person, what is the biggest personal lesson that you've learned on this journey?
You only truly become happy. You only truly enjoy the best part of this journey when you start to be yourself, when you believe in who you are despite your flaws or fears, you you only get to love what you do to the fullest when you are authentic. That's the biggest lesson I've learned. So it's not all about how skillful you play, all the riffs and runs and the skills. Nah, bruv. Followers, numbers, no. It's how you feel inside. It's what you think about yourself. That's what comes out of that instrument. So if you don't find you, if you don't believe in you, if you don't stay true to who you are in every area, not just the instrument, you won't really enjoy the journey to the fullest. When you get this done, when you figure this out, bruv, it's like driving in a Lamborghini.
That's a good sight though. Driving a Lamborghini. My God. Yo. But then that's a very important gem though. Thank you so much for sharing that, because I mean this also it just keeps bringing me back to what you said initially, which also makes me appreciate the genuinity in that, because you said at the start of this interview that you're all about originality and being yourself, and all your answers have just all like always directed towards that, which makes me believe like that's really true. That's what you are really all about, really. So yeah, be yourself. Be yourself, really. Be yourself, and let your music speak through you. Thank you so much for sharing that, bro.
Thank you, my
Really
brother.
appreciate that. Thank you. Is there any sound or genre of music that you've not really explored, but that you are looking forward to exploring?
Jazz, 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 jazz.
Just
Unfortunately for me, I wasn't exposed to jazz music until recently, like 4 years ago. So
yeah.
now I'm listening to the light ones, the Gen Z jazz, the sweet ones. So I'm trying to start from the easy to the hard. I believe jazz is like the further
Yeah.
maths or science of music. So, and you really need it because many of our arrangements, many of our creations are deeply rooted in jazz music. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, I don't totally agree though.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
Like I
yeah.
said, many,
Yeah,
not
but I mean,
all.
no, oh, yeah, yeah. You're right. You're not far from the truth. I'll put it that way. You're not far from the truth.
Okay, let me make it clear. Let me make it easier for you. A lot of uh our sounds.
Mm. I mean, I feel like jazz in itself seems to be like the genesis. Like you
Yeah,
can find a lot of
exactly. So
different
it's like the
elements of
genesis where you just speak.
other
You can
genres.
just speak few things from and
Yeah,
turn it into
yeah,
something else. But if you want to get
yeah,
the
yeah,
grassroots of so many sounds or so many inspirations, you can just listen to jazz pieces and then you just get it raw, undiluted. It's
yeah,
so
yeah.
undiluted that if you are not, if you don't get accustomed to jazz music, you might not like it.
Mm.
I believe that's why many of we new generation find it hard to
To
connect
connect with it.
with it because it is so raw. So that's why I call it the science, the further maths of music. It is not, it is only pleasing to your ears when you understand it.
Yeah, the way you're explaining this, I really cannot wait for you to actually get into a jazz setting and unleash. I really cannot wait. I'm looking forward
Yeah,
to that moment.
so yeah, I'm beginning to get into it. Now I'm basically just doing more of listening. I'm basically just listening now, trying
Yeah,
to get into it. And then
internalize it as
yeah,
well.
yeah,
Yeah.
because I grew up listening to songs that are far from that. So yeah, I'm trying to get into it because I believe, I mean, why not? Why not?
Now let's talk about the clothing brand, the Uwanni. That's it. Completely, well, not completely different because you also have a very great fashion sense, and you like, as you said, you like to, you know, dress well. Like you do dress well. So I don't want to say it's a whole completely different lane, but in terms of, with music, it's quite different, right? Like, so like I want to know what inspired you to start the clothing brand.
So yeah, I had this the love I had for fashion was the love I have for fashion was is so much that initially I feel like deep secret, yeah, if I hit 6 feet when I was 18, I probably wouldn't have been a full-time musician.
What would you be doing?
I would have been a model first, a fashion model first, then incorporate that with music.
That makes a lot of sense though, because you do look like a fashion model,
Yeah,
bro.
so I love fashion so much to like I've always loved fashion so much. I just then I was I mean I had music all around, but I was so curious, or so should I say so interested. I went for auditions. I'm like, sorry,
Yeah.
we can't get you in. Oh, you're not up to you're not 6 feet. Oh, you're still 5'8", 5'7". Like, cried my eyes out. Then. At that point in time, I was like, okay, now this height thing is not my doing. You know,
Mm,
let me just do music and then just keep dressing well. Who knows where it will lead you to? And then one time,
yeah.
I think a couple of friends were like, "Guy, where did you get these things from? Where did you get it? I love the way you dress. I love the way you. I mean, the little you have, the little. I mean, you style it so well. How about you start a
Yeah.
fashion brand sometime?" Like, I mean, maybe. And then,
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, hearing this from a lot of people and so many people, almost like 70-80% of everybody I come around is like, guy.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I love this fashion thing. I really wanted to go into it, professionally. So why not just start my own,
Yeah.
And then yeah, I I dived into owning a fashion brand.
So in terms of like, the brand, what type of clothing are you building?
So the Uwanni is a fashion brand, but yeah, with that, I want everyone to see it as a community. You
Yeah.
know Uwani, you know who this guy is, you know what he stands for, you know what he believes in, you know his story, you know how he dresses. This is Uwani giving you a piece of him. Oh, let me take it further a notch. This is my body broken for you. And as you eat it, remember me.
Okay. Low budget Jesus. Let's move on to the next question.
But now this is just humor. I'm just cracking joke with that. But yeah, so basically
Oh my god.
a community where yeah, so I'm basically creating fashion the way I see it. I'm
Yeah.
basically creating fashion the way I see it. Any piece or whatever release whatever piece of clothing or style I the brand drops, is
Yeah.
just an image of how I see it, of how I see fashion, of how I see clothing. So it goes beyond just oh, this is available in 100 pieces. Come and buy now. Nah, it's
Yeah.
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 So yeah, that's just it. It's just fashion the way I see it. And I'm a musician, so I incorporate it with music as to styling musicians, styling artists too for live recordings, video shoots, photo shoots, and all those things, you know. So yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you for answering the question I asked you and the question I was going to ask you. Yeah. Because I was just going to ask you, nah, that is fine. I was going to ask you if if the brand is going to be tied directly to your music, but you've just answered that question. So move on to the next one. To be honest, we are wrapping up now. And before we go, there is a custom in this series, and the custom really is for the previous guest to leave a question for the next guest. And the question that was left for you is how how has your lifestyle impacted the way you speak through your instrument? I feel like you've answered that question, but like I would still love to ask you.
So let's call
No,
it a deal.
you've still
Thank you so
answered.
much. All right. So we're done for today.
Please answer the question. How has your lifestyle impacted the way you speak through your music?
I mean, it has helped me it has helped me communicate who I
Mm,
am to everyone around me. Being myself, being original has just been channeled into the sound I create. And then now
yeah,
many people just listen a um to a sound I release or project I'm on, and they already know that, oh, this is one, because yeah, it is just me being me on the instrument. And so finding myself has helped me create my sound, basically.
you're really all about identity, originality, which is very, very nice. Really, like I mean, people don't people don't really talk about it. I've not really met many people that talk about it as much as you do. Like you, people don't really talk about it this much. But yeah, you're really all about it, and yeah,
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
I think
yeah,
people
yeah.
really need to stay original because that's the best way to grow. Really,
Yeah,
that's the
because
best way to achieve
I believe in
anything
the
because
modern
it's you.
society, people have should I say, they have a stem as to how people should behave and how people should live their lives.
Mm,
People want you to follow a certain line. If not, if not, it will not be this, if not, it will not be this, if not, it will not be that. And then it has made a lot of people become who they don't want to be. And then they just have to
mm,
live with it because now they are far gone. They believe they can start again, you know. And
yeah.
I'm just basically doing the direct opposite, letting everybody know they can be themselves. Even if you have a bad behavior or a bad attitude or a bad habit, you can always fix that while on the journey. I
Yeah.
believe that's the beauty in life, you know. You don't have
Yeah.
to hide. I believe the first way to changing things is to bringing it out, you know. So know who
Mm.
you are, know your flaws, be yourself, and then fix your flaws as you progress. So why hide? Why try to fit into someone's box, or fit into another person's ideology as to how you should live your life, you know?
Thank you. Thank you so much for saying that. In that same spirit, I would love you to pass something forward to the next guest. So, what question would you like to leave for the next guest on the show? Why what?
Why do you
Yes, sir. We're coming to the end of this now. Just a few more. I just really want to talk about the future. What do you have? What are the plans that you are really looking up forward to for the future? And yeah, you have a YouTube channel. We've not seen anything on that YouTube channel for like I
Yeah,
don't know.
for a long time now.
It's been for a very long time. So Do you plan to bring the YouTube channel back, or like,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
are the plans for
I'm
the future?
literally on it right now. So yeah, watch out for many more content. I've not been posting for a while, for personal reasons, but yeah, I'm back now. So watch out for more content. Who knows? I feel just come outside to say I want do albums, I want give, I want rap. You know, there's nothing
Yes.
God cannot do. What are we saying here? So
I personally look forward to a rap album. That's
yes,
please.
we gotta
I
do,
look forward to a rap album.
we gotta do.
No problem. Yes, sir. Guys, we've come to the end of this episode. I am very grateful to you guys for watching this, and big thanks to Uwanni Gideon for coming on the show as well.
Thank you so
As you all
much,
know,
man.
this is the interview. We've got the shed and we've got the giveaway. Well, maybe Uwanni is not going to be playing the drums in the shed. He's going to be playing the bass. So I really look
Or
forward to
maybe the
that as well.
trombone. You never can
You said
tell.
what?
Maybe the trombone.
You never can tell. God, please. Oh God, I beg. Please play the bass.
We'll find out.
And yeah, so the shed and the giveaway will be released next week. And for the giveaway, we are doing something different this time. Uwanni Gideon has got a clothing brand, and from Shed with Dahveed to you guys, I mean, obviously you guys understand that there's a whole method to getting this giveaway done. So for the giveaway though, for this episode, we are going to be giving out 2 pieces of the Uwanni Clothing brand to 2 lucky winners. And yeah, thank you guys for watching this.
Thank you.
Thank you
brother.
to Uwanni for coming on the show today. I really appreciate you. Thank you for speaking live to the audience as well. And yeah, thank you so much, guys. Like, share, and subscribe. Don't
Like and
see all
subscribe
this.
and share. And what else should I say? Comment and be original.